Okay, I'm back, everybody. It's Michael Lee, back with more land management fire safety work. We just finished cleaning up this area. This was the big burnt dead pine. This was a foothill pine, and it was leaning and hung up on this blue oak. See how the bark is kind of scratched up from when I slashed it out of there? And then the other two blue oaks that are leaning over, see them that are leaning over? They're already starting to grow more upright like they should. They were much more bent over yesterday. They were about down like that. But just by getting all this weight off of them, of this foothill pine, now they're free to grow big, strong, and healthy with no impediments. Now, I already showed you that the bugs were in this thing, so it's no good for firewood. I ended up taking most of it over to that burn pile. But this was the very last thing. This was the last major thing that we had to do on this property. I'm leaving this here. See how I kind of built a soil erosion control berm with the wood. See that? And I also call these reptile houses because the lizards and the snakes just love habitat like this. This is like a mansion for them. So look at this cool area down here that opened up after we got rid of that hang up there. There's the creek. There's the lower section. Oh, there's a fig tree right there. Cool. Got some nice willows, some nice red willows. There's a little bridge there you can cross the creek, and that's all the lower section. This is all the lower section. I haven't worked this yet. This is all the lower section. Nice, huh? Okay. How does this area look, everybody? I'm going to do one last thing here. Still don't like how this looks here. Oh, I see why I don't like how it looks. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Now I like it. This will all come back. Don't worry about it. Toyon loves to be trimmed and burnt. Love it. A lot of California native plants like to be burnt and trimmed on a regular basis every 4 years. Okay. That's what Toyon looks like when it's alive and young, when it hasn't developed a dominant tree yet. Now I'm going to take you back up top, and we're going to do the very last thing that we have to do on this property, and that's cut up some Toyon for firewood. There. There's our line of demarcation. This side I worked. This side I haven't worked. Pretty discernible line, huh? Easily discernible line. How are we looking now? Pretty dramatic improvement. Even if you've never done fire safety work before, you can see what my method is. And you can see the finished product, how it's more open, clean, sustainable, and fire resistant. Maybe even fire proof. Remember, this is California. Fire is a part of life. You can't completely stop fire, and I would argue you don't want to stop fire. I think periodic low intensity fire is good for the wild lands of California. It's just how the ecology works in this area of the world. So deal with it. Fire's a part of life in California. Don't try to completely defeat Mother Nature. That's futile. Work with nature. Just get rid of all the excessive fuel loads. Get rid of the ladder fuels. Open your properties up. Get them more healthy so they're not overgrown and choked. And then you're good to go. Man, this turned out to be a big burn pile over there. Okay. Oh, look at this monster. It's a foothill pine. That's 100 feet tall. Look at that big one by the creek. All right. Less talking, more doing. Let's head up to the top and cut the last bit of Toyon into firewood. It's a blue oak I cut. Here's a manzanita I cut, and look how nice this turned out. Even the cuts I made with my saw are starting to blend in and look natural. I love that. I don't remove everything. I only remove about 75% of the dead wood and the fuel loads. Stuff like this I don't think is a fire hazard. Plus it looks so cool. It's like a skeletal fossil remain from the campfire. And then these burn piles, I'll come back during the winter after we get a couple storms, and I'll torch these, but these are going to be fun. God, they're going to go up quick. It's all hardwoods in here, just burnt, dead, bone dry hardwoods. Blue oak, Toyon, manzanita. There is some pine in it. And then there's the broom, which is a noxious, invasive, flammable weed. I cut it with my chainsaw, but during the winter and spring you can pull it out by the root, and that's the best way to get rid of it. This one is like one of the best burn piles I've ever built. Look at it. It's like mostly Toyon and blue oak, and it's just a perfect teepee shape. I even got a smoke hole in the middle. I mean, I'm thinking about, rent's getting out of control in California, the cost of living in California, taxes. It's just everything's so expensive where I live. I'm actually thinking about moving into here. You could probably get $5 grand a month in San Francisco renting this out. Right here. Maybe throw a tarp over the top when it rains, and then take your tarp off when it's sunny. You know, I think I'm gonna rent this out. All right. Anyways, these were the two big foothill pine logs that I carried over to the burn pile yesterday, and I know people are going to be leaving comments down below telling me I shouldn't lift up heavy logs like that because I'm going to hurt my back.